After Benoit broke my neck, I broke my shoulder in a match with him in Japan in February, 3 months later. I broke my neck with him in November and broke my shoulder with him in February.
Oh, man.
And he broke my heart when he killed Nancy.
What was that reaction? Because you guys were close, man, and you knew Nancy.
Me and Nancy, when I started, Nancy was there, her and Kevin. So my first experience in wrestling was with her and Kevin Sullivan. So I knew her like a sister. It was devastating. The last thing you'd think is somebody would kill their family, but you could understand sort of him killing Nancy, him getting fed up, lose control, kill her. Sort of understand it. Not accept it, but understand it. Him killing his son, I can't accept it and can't understand it. The only thing I can think is he didn't want his son to live through the torment of his father being a murderer and mother being murdered. That takes up some balls to choke your own son to death. That's a son of a bitch, you know. I don't know what to think of it, you know. I can't condemn him. I don't know what he is going through, but fuck, I definitely don't condone it. He's condemned already. What can I say?
It puts him in a whole other category with the son, too, like you said. I mean, you hear about spouses killing each other. It happens.
And I got to the point where I want to kill this bitch. I never really wanted to, but I could see getting pushed to the point where you can't control yourself almost. She was tied up and strangled, and then a day later or so, then the kid was killed, you know, or choked. I hate saying that. But then a day or so later, so he had time to think about it. While Nancy was riding away, I hate saying that too, he was contemplating on killing himself and his son, and then chose his son first. He should have killed himself first. And then, what could I say? You know, it breaks my heart. And like I said, Nancy was like a sister to me. I made a joke one time, and Nancy's sister fucking called me and let me have it. She goes, "How could you say that?" I said, I didn't think anybody was listening, and I didn't really mean it, you know. Scorpio did a thing and landed on Chris Benoit's head, and I said, no wonder he killed his family. And then she said, well, how could you say that, you know? And I felt bad about it.
It's not like you meant any harm.
No, I was just trying to be funny, and it was something I shouldn't have been trying to be funny about.
To this day, we'll put up a story about it, or someone will make a comment about it, and people will say, Kevin Sullivan did it, or Benoit didn't do it. He was framed by this and that.
Kevin Sullivan would have been caught by now. He'd be too sloppy. He would have been caught. I don't think so. Kevin don't have it in him. I love Kevin. I love Nancy. I liked Chris. I never was that big of a fan of his, but I liked him. You know, he was all right. But I didn't want to hang out with him. I didn't want to talk to him. You know, nothing personal. It's not my kind of guy. Kevin, I like. Regardless of me liking him, I don't think he has it in him to do that. Not without leaving evidence. You know, he'd just come in and stab fucking Chris and drag Nancy away by her hair.
He's a guy that was probably shattered by this too, because he loved Nancy.
Yeah, he loved her. Of course he loved her. He loved her, you know, he loved her.
Was that really a crazy time when he was booking WCW and then Benoit and Nancy got together?
Yeah, when I heard Benoit and Nancy were together, I thought it was still a work. I said, man, they're really working hard, having a baby. Yeah, I didn't really pay that much attention to it, but it must have been hard for Kevin to see that, do an angle, then it turned out to be real, you know, where she left him. I don't know if he wanted her to leave, or, you know, if it was mutual, or she left him underhandedly, or whatever. I don't know. Never talked to him about it. Never talked to her about it. It was none of my business, you know.
Where does his place and then their place in wrestling history belong? I mean, you know, they've almost been edited out.
You can't edit it out. You just can't celebrate it, I guess. You can't deny what he did, what he's achieved in wrestling. You can't deny it. You just can't put it over anymore, you know. What got me was Vince goes on TV and goes, we have bad news, you know, the beloved Chris Benoit was killed this afternoon or something. Then he comes back and goes, he was a monster. What? And changed his tune real quick.
Yeah, probably a little premature having the celebration of his life.
Yeah, he wanted to jump the gun.
Was that one of the most shocking of that you can remember?
Yeah, especially the way Chavo says it, you know, how Chris called him, was mild-mannered, or texted him mild-mannered and nice, polite, like always. God bless you, I love you, say shit. At the same time, Nancy's being killed. At the almost same time, you know.
Had you talked to Chavo about it at all?
Who?
Chavo?
No.
No. His name gets brought up. There's a theory that
he did it?
No, there's a There's a theory that he was on the phone with Chris or something, and that there was either something that happened at the door or, something. You heard about that?
I heard like you could hear there was he goes, I don't know if he says there's someone at the door or he said just a minute, and then went to the door and I heard a scuffle or something. Yeah, I heard something like that, but I don't know if it's true.
Yeah,
I don't know if I heard it from. I don't think I heard it from Chavo. I just heard it. Heard it on the street. But I heard like he said it just a minute, and then you could hear a scuffle, and then the phone went dead. Something like that. I don't like commenting on that because I really don't know that much about it. All I know is what happened, and it breaks my heart to think about it.